God, it is horrible.
Hello, everybody. This is Elisha Keating from WispSeekers.net. We're here today with this, that, and another thing with Maddie. Hi, Maddie.
Hi.
How is life? How's life?
We both spoke at the same time. um, Life is getting better day by day.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I find that a lot of people are in the same, they're in this going the same direction, that their life has been really hard, but every day it gets a little easier.
yeah, it seems to be the energies are lightening up, and it just seems like better things are coming.
And not just that, a lot of the people I've been talking to, they're actually allowing books to leave. I know I was talking to a lady yesterday, day before yesterday, and one of the signs for me is I get really cold on my scalp crawls. And I asked her, "Is your scalp crawling?" And she, yeah, and she let go a huge hook that she's been working with for 4 years. So it's
Yeah, I've been getting
there's a lot of things that are
the
changing.
tingles up in my scalp too.
Yeah, that's a really good sign. That means the energy's changing and shifting.
Well, that'd be good. That
That's
would.
a physical manifestation of a spiritual reality. But and also, why don't we talk about what's happening down in California, the fire?
Yeah, that is just my heart definitely goes out to everybody down there because that's scary.
Yeah,
The videos that I've seen are, and people are still in their houses, and the fire is like right there. I'm like, get the hell out of your house.
I think they're just so tired of all this happening that and it's been happening for quite a few years now.
Well, it's kind of like BC in the summertime, right? We have our fire season too. Well, we didn't last year. Well, we did, but not here.
Not so bad. But the
No.
year before it was pretty horrendous.
Hmm.
So one of my friends lives down there and she said she was going out walking her dog. I said, put on a mask to keep the smoke away.
Yeah,
And she asked me to put energy around so that their place doesn't burn. And I think that's something anybody who listens to this, feel free to add your energy to
absolutely.
protecting. Yeah.
All will help.
Yeah, and it does make a difference. It makes a huge difference.
Like there's power in prayers. Well, there's power in the people.
Yeah.
And there's power in your thoughts, and there's power in your intentions.
What's it saying? Where more than two abide in my name,
Yeah.
it creates a fivefold or tenfold energy. Well, we do that. And with we do it knowing that we're powerful, it's even more powerful.
Hmm.
So, oh, it's been a busy day for me today.
Not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still having a very hard time leaving my home.
Yeah. But it's
Maybe
my
it's just my comfort zone right now. I don't know, but
I think so. And you do get out and about when you have to.
when I have to.
Yeah. So, but I mean, my daughter's home today. It's her Saturday. So I got her to help me do some work in the bathroom because I can't do above my head work.
Right.
And so it's looking pretty decent.
That's good.
Yeah. I was going to do something else and I thought, you know what? I already have this stuff here. It isn't exactly what I had planned, but it'll do. So it's doing.
That's good.
Yeah. And then when we went out and got groceries, which wow, that was a shock and a half. Yeah, the
Yeah,
cost.
it's crazy what groceries cost these days.
But in our country, the PM says I do everything for my people, Prime Minister. I love my people and
Oh,
I just do everything to make their life better.
of course, yeah. This is really making it better.
Yeah. So interesting. But I do think this year, I hope it's earlier, not later. I hope March 24th, there is an election called.
Well, let's hope that that lawyer is successful in
For,
stopping the
canceling,
parole.
but it depends how soon it gets to docket and everything, right? Because if they put it for next year, who gives a darn?
Mhm. Well, I don't think they will because
It's pretty important.
they're trying to put this through before he gets to stop Parliament from
Well, the
meeting.
Governor General has an interesting take on on the law. Yeah, and I
Mm.
won't go any
We
further.
probably should not be talking politics. I know
Yeah.
this. I know it's this, that, and the other thing, but
I,
politics.
I do I do want to tell a joke though, because I think it's hilarious. So the CIA, whoever protects the president of the United States, can no longer protect the present incumbent because now they have to say, Donald, duck. I thought that my daughter told me that this morning. She says, "Hey, do you want to hear a dad joke?" And that's about as dad joke as they get.
Funny.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Well,
I
the other
shouldn't be.
thing,
I had a good sleep. Charlie actually let me sleep until almost 7 o'clock this morning.
I think it has a lot to do with the gray clouds and the lack of sunshine. Yeah.
Almost definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the sun to just make an appearance in my yard.
When I was growing up, we had a lot of sun.
Hmm.
We had a lot of snow. I mean, I remember the snow being up to my hips, and I was 5'8" at the time. But it would snow like crazy. Then we'd have sun. Now we have gray clouds, lots of rain. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Did,
grew
did
up in.
you know they had rain, snow in southern India? They had no idea what was happening.
Well,
Yeah, and that's really dangerous for people to have snow in a country where they have
where they
cotton
have no
clothes.
idea.
Yeah, I was pretty,
Ouch, 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 ouch.
unless somebody comes and helps them, there's going to be a lot of deaths and things like that because if you don't know how to deal with this cold and the snow, what are you going to do, right?
Right.
You do the wrong things. Like last, what is it, 22 down in Texas? They had that snow, cold frost, cold for like, I don't know, 10 days or something.
Hmm.
People died because they didn't know how to look after themselves. They burned their fences and stuff when all they needed was maybe candles and tins like,
Hmm.
and close off an area, and they would have been
Well,
okay.
I keep seeing that someplace where you just take tea candles and you take this ceramic flower pots.
Yeah, no, I've tried that. I personally, I never found it worked.
No, no. Well,
No,
I don't know.
I
I've,
think the
I've
tin
never
cans.
tried it, so.
Yeah, no, I have tried it. I didn't find it work, but Maria lives in Texas. She bought them, and because they've got the next 3 4 days it's going to snow down there, so they
Wow.
don't have winter tires. They have no way of cleaning off the roads. People do not know how to drive down in the rains.
I would say it's time to stay home. If you can stay home, stay home.
Well, she can't, unfortunately, because she works in the ER, right?
Yeah.
And the ER, people who are really, really sick are going to come out. So she'll probably get stuck in the hospital and sleep there for the next 3 days. At least that's what she was saying.
Mm.
But at least she can stay there.
Hmm.
So, but Texas, they don't know how to handle Well, even Vancouver Island, they don't know how to handle snow.
And Vancouver doesn't know how to handle snow.
The north Nanaimo and stuff, they get a crap load of snow. But I lived in Vancouver Island in the Victoria when I was about 23, 24. And this one time there was a hill, and it was like that big a hill. It wasn't steep. And there was this guy, a big fancy car, muscle car. And he was just a gunning it up, and he'd slide down, he'd gun it up and slide down. And I come along behind him, I go put, 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 because you don't gun it in the snow. And I drove right by him. And I was like 23, 24, the girl, and he was this guy. It was kind of fun. I enjoy that story even now, how many years later. I guess it was in the 70s, right? So quite a while.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I didn't stop. I didn't stick around to see if he figured out to drive really slow rather than racing up the hill. But
Yep, it's funny to see. Well, I grew up driving in the snow, but I still hate driving in the snow.
you know what? When we're young, it's fun.
Hmm.
It's fun
Oh
when
yeah,
the tail
just speed
slides out and everything.
road and just gun it, and yeah.
Yeah.
But now, no.
Yeah, I'm not in. Yeah, and we used to drive a Corolla, right? And we had really good tires. And the back end, we'd stop, and the back end would slide to like that. And oh, that was great fun.
Oh, I
But
know. It's like today, everybody's like, "Oh my God! Oh, if you don't have four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, oh, you've only got two-wheel drive, front wheel. Oh, you're never going to make it in the snow." I'm like, I grew up with no wheel drive. I said, no winter tires. We did just fine. I said, you take a sandbag, throw it in the trunk, you're good to
yeah,
go.
I started driving when we had Armstrong driving.
Yeah, me too. That was horrible.
Yeah,
And roll down windows.
you roll down windows and stick your hand out the window because hey, the cold stopped the light to direction, for the directions. So you stick your hand out, going that way. Actually, in Mexico, you don't you don't use your signal. You point or you go, right? And people pay attention to that.
Must
So,
have changed then because when we were there last time, everybody was using their signals.
well, maybe, but you were in Puerto Vallarta, right?
Well, not
But
really. No.
you were in an area that's I lived in Monterrey. I
Mhm.
lived in the capital of Nuevo Leon, and I lived in Culiacan, and where there were not a lot of tourists. And anyhow, when
Well,
I got,
that I did find funny was like our left turns are different from theirs. There you have to go. It's a whole different system on how to turn left there.
yeah, I don't remember. I just know the roads were a lot narrower than we are here, and they didn't have any engineers when they paved. So I remember going up and going straight down out of things and up and over, and I got to drive it pretty good. But one thing I found when I got back to Canada, you know how people can be really rude here and not pay attention to your signal? You stick your hand out, they listen. Even here in Canada. So if you ever get frustrated, you want to get over, put your arm out and say, go on that way and just drive.
No, most people up here just bully their way in. They don't wait for anybody.
They're pretty rude. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey Tara,
Well, I'm going to read a little piece from the.
let's hang on for a second. Tara Scott Huna Tamawara. Cool name. But I think we've had her before. Hi, I'm practicing manifestation. How am I doing? Any tips from spirit? Would love to know. Thank you, ladies. Actually, Maddie's the lady that works on manifestation a lot. What do you think?
I haven't even seen what the question is because I've got all my stuff here that I'm supposed to read. Let me.
No, just in general, what do you think about manifestation? I'll answer the spirit stuff because, but you know a lot about manifesting.
Um, Scott, that's quite the name, Tara. I'm practicing manifestation. How am I doing? Any tips from spirit? Would love to know. Thank you, ladies.
I
Boy, you
think
know what? I my new thing that I'm saying is galore galore. I have everything I need and more. I say that every day, and it just seems that things kind of fall into place. I don't know exactly what you're doing to manifest, so I can't tell you how you're doing. You didn't really say, you just said you're practicing manifesting. How am I doing? So, what are you doing to do manifestations?
and the thing is,
Visualize, for sure, you visualize it. Ask your angels. Um,
knowing is the best thing. Know when you know that this is going to happen, this is happening.
and say,
Yes.
I am, I
Yeah.
am healthy. I am rich. I am just, I am,
Yeah.
basically.
And always use the present tense because your subconscious, who helps you manifest, cannot hear future. So if you say future, I am going to be, then they always assume the subconscious will assume you want to be rich in the future, not now.
I am rich, and visualize it a lot. See yourself
Visualize Donald Duck.
living, see
Not,
yourself living the
yeah,
way you want to be. If you want to be living in luxury, visualize it. Act like you're already living that way. That you've
don't
already
spend
got
like you're living that way. Act like you're living that way.
what?
Don't spend like it.
No. Well,
Because
I don't know.
I've
They
seen
say,
it.
well, unless you don't have the money to actually spend on anything, don't spend anything. But if you do have the money, they say buy, do what you want. Just if you
But I
see
have
something,
heard,
buy it because the universe will return it.
I have heard people yell and complain because I acted like I is now I'm $40,000 in debt. Well, that's because you were
Well, that's
manifesting.
stupidity.
Yeah, exactly. So
You
don't do
don't
that.
spend beyond your means, no matter what anybody says. But if you can afford to do it, do it.
Hmm.
And like I said, just keep visualizing that you are living that life already, that you have everything that you need, and be very grateful every morning. Say a little prayer of gratitude every
Pray
morning.
a little prayer for me. So
Uh,
basically,
that's my manifestation.
yeah, instead of acting like you have everything, feel like you have everything.
And give
That's
thanks. Give thanks for every little thing that you get, no matter how small it is. Make it out to be a huge thing. Oh my God, that's so great. Thank you, universe. I love it. I want more of it.
gratitude is the attitude, right?
Yeah,
But the universe hears feelings; it doesn't hear words. I mean, if you put it into words, add the feeling to go with it. How are you doing? I think you're doing pretty darn good. And I think Huna Tamawara, I think that I, I'd love to know, but I suspect that's from Hawaii, right? Huna. So and the Hunas are really adept at working energy. That's where Hopono comes from. If I said that right. But and what is that? That's manifesting energy. So if you're taking those precepts, you got this.
yep.
The only thing I feel, Tara, is that you don't quite trust yourself. You gotta let go of the not,
That's
but
advice.
not
That's
for
advice
me.
for everybody, though, because none of us trust our knowing.
Yeah, but that's what's stopping her. Is that it's good for everybody else, but not for me. So understand this. We're in the quantum now. So when you do it for you, you do it for everybody. And people tune into people who have everything because they are part of you. and
And
just
don't
go to it.
and say, and don't look at people that have stuff that you don't and go, oh, how come I don't have that? I wish I had that. No,
Yeah.
just say, I have that.
I look at it with somebody has something I don't have. It's not mine. I don't care.
Mm,
I mean, I don't have it. Not mine. That's fine. Anyhow, thanks for the question, Tara.
hmm
Yeah, okay, what were you going to read, Maddie?
Well, I was going to read the energies of today. So we have the moon is in Taurus, sextile Saturn in Pisces. What to expect? The energies are grounded, focused, and steady today. You might feel more emotionally secure than you're used to. What you should do? This is a great day to do activities and things that allow you to feel calm, serene, and embodied within yourself. Well, boy, didn't I do that right. I just laid in bed this afternoon.
That's awesome. Good place to be.
It was nice and serene and quiet.
Until your cat came and jumped on you, right?
No, actually, he hasn't. He's back in his. No, he went to his spare bedroom, to his bedroom.
Yeah, I'll be laying there and all of a sudden I'll get a thump and a woof.
Oh, I know. I get that quite often. If I'm laying on my back, and I try not to lay on my back when I'm laying in bed because that's what he does. Whoop, right on top of me. And it's like, oh, Charlie, come on, get off me.
Yeah, well, she weighs around probably around 8 pounds. I'm thinking she's gonna double in weight. What's she gonna do when she's full grown?
Wait until she's as heavy as Charlie.
Mm, it's
So,
already already makes me sit up.
saying things not to do today. Try not to be too rigid or literal about anything today. Leave room for some flexibility.
But that's a good for every day, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then we got Mercury and Capricorn. Sorry to any Capricorns out there. That was a faux pas. Not crappy.
It wasn't a Freudian slip.
No. Mercury in Capricorn doesn't mince words. It's all about sharp thinking, focused strategy, and saying exactly what needs to be said.
That is definitely Capricorn.
Mm. But right now it's squaring the nodes, which what did we just say? The south node is in Pisces, the north node is in Capricorn, or is in Virgo, or is it?
Virgo.
I think it's the other way around.
South is in Virgo,
I think
north is
south is in Virgo and the north is in Capricorn in Pisces.
and north node is the doing, and the south node is the not doing.
Hmm. Oh well, that fits me.
Works. And the not doing is what you need to do, then don't do it.
Well, that's exactly what I'm not doing. It says, sorry, but right now it's squaring the nodes, creating a tension that feels like cosmic crossroads. With the North Node wrapping up its time in Aries and sliding into Pisces on the 11th, the push for bold independence collides with the pull towards spiritual surrender. It's a tug of war between forging ahead and letting go. Later this month, Mercury will face off with Mars retrograde in Cancer. And here's where things resurface, challenging you to rethink the balance between logic and feelings. Heated conversations? They're likely, but they'll force clarity where things have been murky.
So the difference between logic and feelings is that you have to be very careful that your feelings and emotions are two different things. So I feel that this is the way the energy's going, but my emotions say, I really don't like the way things are going. Okay, so you want to be very careful when you pay attention to feelings and emotions. They're two different things. Because emotions can screw you up, and my feeling is,
Watch what you say.
yeah, oh, language is mantra, very, very much.
Because right now, whatever you say, the universe is definitely listening to that, and you might be manifesting the wrong things.
Oh, yeah, and right now, the manifestation is off the charts. So be careful what you think about other people. Be careful what you think about yourself. Be careful of what you're frustrated about, because you will bring it to you.
Yeah.
And it's on, what is it? It's on high speed. It's like
Accelerate.
a high speed train. So,
Are you there?
yep.
Oh.
Did I freeze? So
Probably.
you didn't freeze.
I didn't freeze? Oh,
No.
normally you freeze for me, I'm frozen for you.
Yeah, I think I need a new computer terminal for the computer.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
I keep forgetting to phone and say, "Hey, it's been 5 years. I need a new one." It's probably getting a little ancient.
So I have a little bit more to read, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have the moon in Taurus, and it's all about feeling secure and comfy. So it's a good time to enjoy the little things in life. Earlier today, the vibe is great for hanging out with people, diving into some research, and getting important work done. It's a solid chance to stick to some traditional methods and add a bit of structure to our projects. Our instincts are sharp and our judgment feels pretty spot on. Mercury is entering the sign of Capricorn today after a lengthy transit through Sagittarius. During its stay in Capricorn, which lasts until January 27th, our thinking becomes calmer, more sober, and practical. This influence helps slow down our minds, allowing us to concentrate better on the tasks at hand. Conversations tend to be more realistic, with the focus on business and practical matters.
No, that's not fun.
No. Our thought process and communication become more logical, orderly, and organized. That sounds like a Virgo thing. Enabling us to distinguish what is relevant and essential. We tend to speak in no nonsense and precise manner, prioritizing realism. Realism. However, it's important to be mindful of our thoughts during this time period, as they can sometimes become too rigid or negative, making us appear cold or harsh. Later today, the sun squares Chiron, which can make us feel less confident. We may doubt our inner voice or intuition and have to deal with situations that test how vulnerable we feel about things.
So that's Chiron's the healer, right?
Yeah.
So that's just pointing out where you may or may not need to let go of things.
Mm. It says this transit can cause indecision as it stirs up insecurities or uncertainty about which direction we are heading in, especially with the nodal shift or the moon's nodes of destiny making their big shift, which occur every couple of years. When
So
our confidence or faith is shaken, it's crucial to maintain trust in our own decisions and beliefs. Losing confidence can lead us to follow the crowd, causing us to stray from our personal path. This may result in choices that conflict with our true values and goals, which we could regret later. By trusting our own decisions, we ensure that our actions align with what truly matters to us rather than being influenced by others. It is better to try to recognize our feelings and what makes us feel vulnerable and not be judgmental. Stay safe and well.
it sounds like there's going to be some changes in directions, and people aren't going to realize it right away,
Mm,
which is okay. I mean, sometimes it takes us a while to catch up to the okay, we're going this direction, not that direction anymore,
hmm
which is good.
hmm
Whether you like the old direction or not is irrelevant.
Well, one thing I've
I
noticed,
told somebody today that they were just being a pawn of the universe, and
that
that's,
what, a pawn of the universe?
yeah, the universe is pushing them to do something that will upset other people, right?
Oh, yeah. We are pawns of the universe because the universe will do what the hell it wants with us.
Exactly. And the higher you vibrate, the more likely this is going to happen. So I was talking to this lady yesterday, day before, and she says, it's really lonely up here. I says, well, I'm not lonely. She says, but all my friends are going. And the answer to that is yes, they are. But they're, and I can't say there'd necessarily be new friends coming in, but there usually is better friends coming in.
Well, I think that's the thing is, and that's what this is about, is letting go of anything that is not for you. And if that's friends and family, that's friends and family also.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But somebody will come in to replace all of these people that are more in line and in tune with
But instead
the
of five
energies that
people, it
you're
might
going
be
through and
one
all the
person.
changes. And
Yeah. Yeah. But instead of a dozen people or five people, it might be one person.
yeah.
So you get quality over quantity. And you find that you don't need to have a dozen people around you to make you feel okay, because you just know you are, right?
Mhm.
When people
And
come along,
that's part of it too, is the knowing, right?
yeah,
just know. I was listening to something today, and he ended his thing with, um, just find one thing that you're joyful for today. Just one thing
yeah.
that brings you joy, and
And
be grateful
and
for
it
that.
doesn't have to be anything wonderful. It could be that
No, I mean, joyful to me is I got to lay in bed this afternoon and not get bugged.
or you would have found a new tea that you absolutely love.
That's right. I did find a new tea that I absolutely love.
That's a good joyful.
Right.
Yeah.
So it can be anything. It can be. It can be anything.
It can be that stupid fly that's flying around didn't land on you.
I seen mosquitoes outside this morning.
Yeah, wow. It's warm though. It has been really warm.
Well, I'm really knocking on wood that we. This is what our winter is going to be like. I said it.
Well, we're at the eighth day already, almost the ninth day.
Listen, Mister.
Wow, you talked about me, didn't you?
Yeah, he must have had that little thing
Antenna.
in his head going, "Oh, Mama's talking about me. I better go bug her."
Yeah.
And he just sticks his bum right up against me all the time, and then his little tail just flutters. I said to my, I said to my osteopath yesterday, I said, I'm pretty sure he's marking me as his territory.
Well, they usually spray when they do that.
Well, thank God he can't.
Well, they can. It just
Well,
takes them a lot longer to build up a load.
he's not doing any of that on me, thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I remember once when I was like 21, 22, I was going to school down in Kelowna, and had a room in somebody's basement, and their cat came down and sprayed in my Kleenex, and I grabbed it and put it back. Ah! It was totally disgusting. And anyhow, I complained to the lady, and the guy got lost his balls.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's just having a bath right now, so he's not bugging me.
yeah. We gave our little girl a bath last night. She was not impressed.
No, I was going to say, if I ever have another cat, I'm going to bathe him right from the get go. But I'm not having any more animals after this one's gone. I'm done. I'm done. They just,
They take a lot of attention.
it's too much energy for me these
Yeah.
days.
Uh, Elle's still a lot younger, so we still have.
And I would never get a kitten. Like people my age and older that get kittens or puppies, I'm like, are you out of your mind? Do you have the energy for that puppy or kitten? And are you going to still be alive 20 years from now when it's still alive?
Cats and dogs don't live 20 years generally. Some can.
I don't know. I've been hearing more and more cats living into their 20s. So the way I look at it, if I were to get another one, it would be an old boy or old girl.
Yeah, that makes sense. If I get an animal, I just tell them it's your cat, not mine. We took our cat out yesterday. We're those people that have a carriage for our cat. And we took the cat out.
Lots of people have carriages for their animals.
Yeah, we are those kind of people. Anyhow, we took her out and we put her in a harness so she can't jump out. And we didn't put the top up, and she loved it. Yeah, she's going, what? Then she says, okay, I'm ready to go home now. So we did. I'm not too fussy about walking in the cold. You don't trust them?
Where did he go?
You know, cats are like ninjas.
Well, he is a ninja kitty, I swear to God, because he can be nowhere to be found. I'll be doing something, I'll turn around, and then he's sitting right there just staring at me. And
Uh-huh.
it's like, where the hell did you come? It scares the hell out of me every time.
Every once in a while, we call the little girls can't hide under the bed anymore. So she found out a way to get downstairs.
Mm,
And so she comes back, and we don't go downstairs, right? Her mustache, she had a mustache of dust bunnies. Uh, so
yeah.
we had to block that off.
Mm-mm.
They're so entertaining, though, the creatures. Anyhow, we've been on for 36 minutes. You
I have
got more
a thing
chat?
that I can read.
Okay.
It's not that long. But this is more on Mercury going into Capricorn. Uh,
Mercury.
Time to get serious.
So
Serious.
Mars went into Capricorn. Mercury's going into Capricorn too.
Mercury is going into Capricorn.
Mercury's a messenger. So Capricorn, you're going to get some hard conversations coming up.
So it's time to get serious.
Yeah.
Serious.
Serious. Really?
It says Mercury, the planet that influences our thinking and thought process and communication, is shifting signs. It is a time to focus on practicality and gain a better understanding of what is working and what is not. As Mercury transits the sign of Capricorn from January 8th to the 27th, we are encouraged to slow down and approach matters more seriously. During this period,
Down.
hmm,
Slow down. You're going too fast.
gotta make the morning last. During this period, it's important to communicate precisely and focus on long term goals with care. Sorry, she wrote Gales. Threw me off.
Yeah.
Take some time to write out your professional goals as your mind may be more grounded. Practicing grounding meditation can help you maintain stability during this time. So that's another thing that Tara wanted to know about the manifesting grounding.
Well,
Ground
grounding.
Make sure you're grounded every day.
Yeah, and I suggest you ground to the fifth, not to the third.
And if you're lucky enough to be able to stand on actual grass or dirt, that would be the best thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a physical grounding, but it's
I was
spiritual.
reading they've got mouse pads that are grounding mats that take all the negative ions and disperse of them.
Yeah, I know. Like you can buy them off of Amazon. I just never have. I keep thinking I want to get some for under my chair.
Mm.
Yes.
And it says, however, this energy can sometimes lead to a more pessimistic attitude. Use this influence to reflect on any issues you're facing and seek clarity before this energy shifts again at the end of January. Focus on your problems with an attitude of acceptance, and you will be better positioned to address and change things later. It's an excellent opportunity to connect with people who have already achieved what you aspire to accomplish. Seeking mentors or teachers can provide valuable advice and help you network with others who can assist you in reaching your goals. Remember that your hard work will pay off in the long run, so embrace this energy and make connections. It may not be the most exciting time, but Mercury in Capricorn offers many benefits. With the new year just beginning, this placement helps us stay grounded and reach our goals, aiding us in making and keeping our resolutions. I gave up making resolutions.
I never make them.
There's no point. I'm just do the best that I can every day that I can, and that's my resolution.
Yeah. My mother said about Mother's Day, she says, why would you want a Mother's Day special? Because it should be special every day.
Mothers are special every day.
Yeah. And it's just not mothers though, but I mean, we should try to do the best we can every day.
Yeah.
Except when we fall down on our faces, then we just take time to get up again.
Then it's still do the best you can with that day.
Yep. Yep. And
Um,
just don't beat yourself up when you fall off. That's the
no,
thing, right?
don't do that. It's an excellent time to develop our ideas, and as organizing our thoughts becomes easier. With the help of Mercury and Capricorn, we can turn these ideas into action and make them a reality. So make sure to take notes to keep up with whatever you're being planned. Mercury in Capricorn until January 27th, which means we are thinking more methodically with a focus on practical and sober matters. Under this influence, it's easier to concentrate on the tasks at hand. Our conversations can serve as a reality check as we emphasize business and practical concerns. Our thought
Song
process.
for that.
Hmm?
I have no song for that.
Our thought processes and communication patterns become more logical, orderly, and organized, allowing us to identify better what is relevant and essential. As we focus more so on reality, our speech becomes straightforward and being precise in our communication becomes more important. At the moment, we may feel more ambitious, practical, patient, and clever. This heightened sense of reasoning makes organizing easier. I'm going to have to try that out this week because I got a lot of organizing to do.
You got a lot of disorganizing to do because you still have energy to take out that you don't need in there.
I do have a lot of disorganizing to do.
Yeah.
This heightened sense of reasoning makes organizing easier. We're likely to adopt a straightforward approach to life as we become more mindful of authority figures. Our conversations might lean towards being controlling rather than helpful. While it's tempting to believe our ideas are superior, particularly when Mercury is in Capricorn, it's crucial not to become too preoccupied with authority. Doing so could distract us and hinder our productivity. It's essential to remain open minded, as our sense of humor might wane during this time, and our demeanor could seem cold, detached, or harsh to others. Keep in mind there's a delicate balance between being realistic and pessimistic. Use this period wisely for studying, learning, or advancing your education.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And with education is allowing yourself to be spiritual, then that works.
Hmm.
And I think right now, everything you do, whether it's banking or learning how to cook or walk with your 16-month-old, it's all spiritual.
Hmm.
And dealing with your cat, that's spiritual.
Did you hear him?
No, I was just going to say I really like your mug. It's very pretty.
Oh, thank you. It has nothing special today, but no
It's very
writing on it.
pretty colors and
But it is
everything.
pretty.
Yeah.
So that's about all we have. There's not too many. Well, there's 3 people watching, it says.
Yep. There
Four
will be more
likes, five
later.
likes.
5 likes?
I got 5 likes.
I got one.
Oh, well, I just liked it and it made 5.
Cool. Anyhow,
But yeah, normally we have Tay Tay and Jennifer, and
well,
we
Jennifer
normally
and
have a
they,
whole
they
host of
have a
people
little
watching.
bit, they have a little harder time coming on at this time of the day.
Mm,
I think this is when they feed their kids and put the grandkids to bed and stuff.
right. Yeah, I guess we might have to kind of figure out a time that's really good for everybody. And
I don't think we can, but
they can
do
always
the
watch
best
it.
we can.
Always watch it in the reruns.
Yeah, most people do, I think. Anyhow, I'm toast.
Yeah, I'm gonna have something to eat, go have my bath, and go back to my favorite place.
Sounds perfect to me.
I don't know. You're gonna have to start peeling me out of that bedroom, I think.
Depends on what your daydreams are about.
I guess.
And besides, it's January, February, March, April. You'll be wanting to go out and garden.
Almost definitely. I'll be
So,
putting my
but
feet in the dirt. Absolutely.
yeah, so by March, no problem. You'll look. It'll sort itself out.
Yes, yes. I'm sure by then everything will be over and done with, and I can just concentrate on living a good, happy, healthy life.
And anyhow, I was reading something of Virgos are definitely going to find somebody this year.
Hmm.
Love of their life. Real love,
Yeah.
that'd be nice, eh?
Well, it would be nice.
Yeah,
I am starting to really miss having male companionship.
yeah. So just know that it's coming. Know that it's there. It's
Yeah.
already there in the energies.
Well, and I guess that's another thing too is don't expect it. Don't
Don't look for it.
if you're a Virgo out there watching this, don't expect it. If you're looking for love, don't wish for it. Don't go, is that the guy? Is this the guy? Oh, he talked to me. Oh, he looked at me. Is that him? That's just
Yeah.
going to deter everything. Just live your life. Go about toodle doing,
And
around doing whatever.
it will sideswipe you basically. You go, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that's what I hear. That's what I hear is supposed to happen.
That's how everybody should look for love.
And you could already know the person. It might be just that you're in a little bit of a distance
Or
right now.
or you've both changed. We do change occasionally.
Hmm.
But you know that song, looking for love in all the wrong places. That's what most people do. Just don't
That
look
is
for it.
true. People do look for love in the wrong places.
They do, and they have this viewpoint of what's perfect.
And
Guess what?
you could
Doesn't
run into them at the
happen.
grocery store.
Yeah. And the one you're going to fall in love with is going to be nothing like what you imagine.
And that's what they're saying too is it's going to be that nothing like the normal person you go for. It's going to be somebody totally different.
Mhm.
And you're going to probably go, most definitely not my type. I've never gone for that kind before. But you know what? Give it a try.
Yeah, but there are certain things though you want to be aware of. Do they look after their health?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
You got to
you
see how
don't,
they are generally with people and make sure
yeah,
that kind, considerate, and
yeah, make sure they're sweet and kind. If their mom's around, see how they look, treat their mom.
yeah.
Not our age, we're not going to have that. Uh, okay, let's call it then.
Okay.
I'm,
Everybody have a great week. We will see you Sunday,
yes,
earlier on Sunday,
12:30.
12:30
Isn't
Pacific
that?
Standard Time.
Yeah, I think that's when we went on, generally speaking. I think that gives people a little bit easier time, like Eve in Netherlands.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, because normally when we go on at 1:30, she's
ready
ready
for,
for
yeah,
bed.
she's tired. Our Lily's in Albania.
Hmm.
Try to get our people across the lake, the big lake. Okay. Namaste. And thank you, everybody.
Have a good
Come
night,
talk
everybody.
and share, etc. You know the spiel. I
Oh,
don't
hit the
have
like,
to
hit the
yeah,
thumbs up, the likes, the shares, subscribe.
comments. Yeah.
Yes, make comments, throw some hearts our way.